friend Chris Gonzalez from Huntington Learning Center is back, and he's going to tell us all about the craziness that's going on around the SATs switching to a digital format. This makes me sound really old, dude. What?
Yeah, it's crazy. The SAT has changed a lot over the past couple of years, but this has been, in my opinion, the biggest change.
Yeah.
So it's changing now completely from a paper-based format to a brand new digital-based format.
So you're just going to go sit in front of a computer with a proctor, and like that's kind of how it's going to work?
Yeah, I mean that's the new format now,
Okay.
and there's a couple big changes behind this. So to give you an idea, one of the giant ones is that it's adaptive now. So what that means is the kids get a bank of questions in the beginning, and then depending on how they do with their accuracy, it gets harder, right? Or it could get easier, but they reward kids for getting those harder bank of questions. So there's so much tremendous value in terms of getting those harder questions to that point. It is.
You know, like I never took the SAT, right?
Okay.
So when I graduated high school, I went on the road, toured, and played music and stuff like that. And then when I went back to college, it was so far after the fact they had me take a placement exam.
Okay.
Which is kind of the same thing, but like, yeah. So I never actually understood the stresses of taking the SAT.
Yes.
So you know, how have students responded to this?
Yeah, so I think the initial returns, they've been excited because I think kids nowadays are so comfortable with that digital platform. They do their tests, they do their homework, their state testing is on there, so they like that. But I will say, a lot of them, once they've taken it, they're getting kind of nervous about the scores. They're saying it's a little bit more challenging. The math is a little bit more complex. And this Saturday is the first time it's ever going to be offered in the States.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of ambiguity that's behind that between how are colleges going to accept that? How is it going to compare to the old test? What kind of score do I need? Because there's tremendous value in getting that score, and kids place a lot of emphasis on it.
Absolutely.
So I really don't envy being a high school junior or senior right now because there's just so much ambiguity attached to it.
Man, the truth of the matter is no one's ever envied a junior or senior in high school at any point ever.
Very true. Very true.
My parents said the same thing. Yours, I'm sure, did too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so how much time do families need, like, to give their students to prepare for the SAT, or especially digital now?
Sure. So Huntington Learning Center, test prep is really one of our bread and butters, what we do. And so what we do is we do a one-on-one customizable approach to every student that comes in. So a child will come in and take a practice test, and then we customize a program for them.
Gotcha.
Now the benefit of it is we customize it to what they need versus what kind of the group needs.
Sure.
But then we also customize a schedule. I think one of the common themes that we've seen is kids' lives are busy. They have extracurriculars, they've got sports, work, whatever.
Friends, everything else.
Exactly, and they need to keep that. That's important, right? So what we do is we say, hey, let's build out a program for you based on when you can come in and when you can make that work. We've worked with families who have a month. We've worked with families who do a year plus. So we're able to kind of customize it to what they need and what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's really pretty cool. And so because it's like adaptive, like you said, right? So like that, is the practice test also adaptive as well?
It is. It is.
Cool. So then you can get after that, you can see where you're like kind of like, I guess I don't want to say lacking or
no, that's it. That's 100% accurate, right? Like the more exposure you get, the better it's going to be for you long term. And we want to say, just like a sport, the more practice you get, the more you perfect your craft. And that's one of the main things.
You got to
that
work out that brain muscle, man.
100%.
So where can I send folks for some more information?
Absolutely. So we've got 5 offices all throughout the First Coast. We've got the beaches covered. We've got Fleming Island, St. Augustine. We've got Mandarin, the St. John's area. And the best resource is our website, huntingtonhelps.com. You can go there, find loads of information on there.
That's really cool. What a really, really great program, right? That's super cool because the SAT is so genuinely stressful. Both of my brothers took it. I mean, so like to have something like that where you can prepare that way is really, really cool because I mean, I remember them pining over it, right?
Yeah.
It was a thing. So
absolutely.
Thank you so very much, man. You guys are doing really great work. This is really cool. So
we appreciate
guys,
you guys,
make sure if you have kids that are about to take the SAT, that's where you want to check out. But for right now, I'm going to send it over to Jordan.